Hi there, welcome to the Top Dog Tips YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to be talking about when there's bumps under your dog's fur and the 5 things it could be. Before we get into that, please be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as our website, topdogtips.com. If you subscribe using the link in the description, you will receive a free ebook on 25 vet-recommended homemade dog food recipes. Without further ado, let's get into it. With different environmental and physical conditions affecting dogs at different times of the year, at different times of their lives, and even times of the day, their health can suffer. Allergies, dry spells, humidity, high and low temperatures, and rain may actually be damaging to the dog's coat and irritating the dog's skin. When you encounter bumps under your dog's fur, not a lump, it could be several things. So the 5 things it could be is canine atopy, fleas or mites or other parasites, dermatitis, skin allergies, and food allergies. So let's go through the first one, canine atopy. It refers to the allergens that dogs may be exposed to by breathing them in, also known as inhaled allergens. These allergens can include pollen, dust, or mold. A dog may show symptoms of distress after inhalation and should be treated immediately. Benadryl can be used to treat the reaction, but you should contact a veterinarian beforehand to obtain the proper dosage. Some symptoms that your dog actually might be suffering from canine atopy: itching, scratching, rubbing, hair loss, greasy and flaky skin. They have kind of a funk to them. They smell. Excessive chewing. Your dog will develop bump-like whelps from constant skin irritation, which you can find near the paws, groin, and armpits. The second reason your dog could have bumps is fleas, mites, or other parasites. These can give dogs serious skin problems and overall health issues. Bumps may result from the bite from the bug or an allergic reaction caused by the bite on the dog's skin. Whether the bumps are caused by the insect bite alone or an allergy from the dog will determine the treatment method. If it's an allergic reaction, it's usually determined after the bugs are treated and removed. First, the issue should be treated as if the bumps are caused by the bites alone. Some medicines and sprays will allow you to get rid of the bug on your dog and in your home, in your yard. After the bugs have been removed, you must place the dog on a preventative medication, keep the bugs from returning. If the reaction is still there and you realize it's an allergic reaction, you can go get some topical medication and apply it yourself. If the reaction doesn't subside, then call out your vet for treatment options. The third one is dermatitis. Dermatitis is a reaction of the skin because of some interaction with their environment. It could be several different interactions. It could be grass, it could be specific plants, it could just be from dirt or, other bugs, water even, or other chemicals or products used in the yard or home, maybe like pesticides or something like that. Even though it's a reaction to the environment, it's not necessarily an allergic reaction. Canine dermatitis is usually caused by a change in the environment or something being added to the environment, which just means that the dog's immune system is attempting to adjust to the new change. A common sign of dermatitis is developing small bumps on the skin that become irritated and change into hot spots. The dog's immune system reaction will typically go away on its own unless it has progressed into hot spots. Hot spots are lesions that are exposed on the skin caused by moisture, which can be caused from rain or the dog continually licking the wound. If a hot spot's noticed, call the vet because they have some topical stuff or some benzoyl peroxide shampoo that they can provide for you. The fourth reason your dog could have a bump under their fur is skin allergies. Skin allergies is bumps and rashes. Dogs that are poorly bred are more likely to develop skin allergies versus dogs that are properly bred and cared for. These kinds of allergies can be difficult to deal with as the symptoms appear out of nowhere and without really an apparent cause. But if you look further and do some research, it may be possible to discover the cause and remove what's causing it from the environment and from being around your dog. Make sure to also contact your vet about this to see if they can diagnose something or they can recommend or prescribe something for your dog. The fifth reason is food allergies. The appearance of bumps suggests that the problem lies on the outside of the skin where there seem to be no obvious internal causes. However, you need to pay attention. When you see these bumps, just test to see, obviously slowly, don't just do it right away, but if you're going to change your dog's diet, over a few days, change it to see if it was the food that they're eating that was causing the allergy, and that'll determine that. So let's talk about some other types of bumps under your dog's fur and stuff you should be aware of. So an abscess. An abscess is a pocket with pus. If it occurs under your dog's fur, you'll notice a painful swelling. When you touch that swollen area, it may feel squishy or firm. You need to take your dog to the vet to go get this checked out and prescribed to treat this. What the vet will most likely do will drain it using a sterile solution to flush the area and then prescribe antibiotics. Another bump under the fur is histiocytomas. These are button-like lumps that are red. They are most common in young dogs under 6 years old and found on the legs. They typically go away by themselves, so it's pretty, it's just not really something to be super concerned about. They're not dangerous, but they do look similar to potential cancerous skin tumors, so it's still something you may want to get checked out just to be sure that it's not a tumor. Another bump under the fur could be hives. Just like, humans, dogs can get hives as well. They may be raised bumps that are oval shaped and they may be red and round, creating a rash. Hives just come from any allergic reaction, whether that's from the environment or food allergies, or it may be a bee sting. They're usually not life-threatening, but this is something you should reach out to your vet about if you notice this, because they could prescribe some antihistamine or some steroid. Another possibility is lipomas. These are fat-filled tumors. They don't really cause for concern. They just kind of occur as your dog ages. Your dog won't really find them painful, and they grow really slowly, and they are unlikely to spread. Another one is mast cell tumors. These are not just a type of skin cancer. They are the most common skin cancer that affects dogs. The most commonly affected breeds are Boston Terriers, Labrador Retrievers, Schnauzers, Beagles, and Boxers. They are also more common in older dogs who are at least 8 years old. A mast cell tumor can vary greatly in appearance, so have your vet, diagnose to see if it is a tumor, and be extra careful if your dog is one of those breeds I just described. Another bump could be melanoma. Melanomas occur in dogs when melanocytes, the cells that carry pigment, grow too much. These could be either benign or malignant, so it's something you would definitely want your vet to check out just to be sure, to confirm if they're benign or not. If they do find that it is melanoma, your vet can typically use surgical removal to get rid of it. And melanomas by the legs and mouth actually tend to be more aggressive. These can be cancerous tumors that require more extensive treatment. Another one is perineal adenomas. These are tumors that usually occur in the anus and affect the sebaceous or oil glands. They're most common in unneutered male dogs. This type of growth is typically benign. It's not usually painful and typically grows slow, but they can develop infections or ulcerate, so it's something you want to keep an eye on. Another one is a sebaceous cyst, similar to what we just talked about. It's when an oil gland on your dog's skin gets plugged. Think of them as harmless, large pimples. They typically go on their way on their own, but they can return. These cysts are red and may cause some soreness, but they're not harmful. They may burst, in which white discharge would come out of them. Another type of bump on your dog's fur is skin tags. They're most common in older dogs, just like they are on older humans. They're just fibrous growths. They're not really harmful at all. Large dog breeds are more prone to getting them. And last one is warts. Just like humans, dogs can get warts. These are called papillomas from the papillomavirus. These are not contagious for humans, so if your dog has papillomavirus and has warts, they cannot pass it to you. However, they can pass it to other dogs, and other dogs who have papillomavirus and they have warts themselves can pass it to your dog. It's not really something to be super concerned about if they end up getting a wart. You can have them removed, but for sure, if you notice a dog that has warts, keep your dog away from them, or if you have another dog that has warts, keep them separate from each other so one doesn't pass it to the other. That includes removing their toys or separating their toys, separating, where they sleep, all that stuff. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Top Dog Tips. Thanks for joining us today. If you like our channel, if you find our information interesting, please be sure to subscribe and like the channel. That's how we continue to grow the channel. And with that, I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.